Can you guess what 90% of the world's millionaires have in common? No, they don't all have gold-plated shark tanks. They earn their wealth by investing in real estate. Real estate has higher returns than most assets, even the stock market. In fact, real estate has had an average annual return of 11.42% since 1970. To compare, the S&P 500 had an average annual return of 10.31%. Regardless of when you start, real estate investing is one of the many ways to help grow your portfolio. And fortunately, you don't need six figures in the bank to start. Real estate crowdfunding, for instance, lets you jump in the game for as little as $500. And whether you choose crowdfunding or traditional real estate investment models, with the right financial plan, you can start investing right now, even if you're still in college. Here's what you should do to get started. 1. Get educated. The best approach to getting educated about real estate on a budget is to find free resources. Forget the expensive seminars and slick guest speakers. You can learn the basics of real estate investing absolutely free from a number of sources: real estate books, podcasts, and free online guides, to name a few. You'll also want to learn about the different types of real estate, from vacant land to commercial properties. There are multiple types of real estate with their own distinct differences you should understand. 2. Set your goals. After doing your homework, you should know how much you're willing to initially invest and are ready to set your investment goal. To do this, you'll want to consider a few factors. Budget. How much are you willing to risk? Timeline. How long are you willing to invest? Investment goal. How much money do you want to make? By writing down your goal and reverse engineering your path, you'll have a better idea on the steps you should take to get there. 3. Find the cash for your down payment or investment. At some point, you're going to realize that you have to save some money to invest. Even if you don't earn much or are still in college, the earlier you begin saving, the better. Every cent matters, and there are lots of ways to save extra money. Working a side hustle, cutting back on expenses, and following a strict budget are good ways to get started. 4. Explore your real estate investment options. The first option is traditional real estate investing. With this option, you can either invest in a rental property or buy an owner-occupied property. Investing in a rental property is time-consuming and involves searching dozens of listings, visiting properties, considering tenants, managing the property, and listing the property. If you decide to purchase the home as an owner-occupied home, there is an additional risk of losing money in the event of a decline in the housing market. If owning and managing your own property sounds too risky, you should consider crowdfunded real estate investment. Crowdfunded real estate investing is when you are part of a group of people who pool their money with other investors and then lend or invest that money with experienced rental real estate investment property owners. Crowdfunding has a few distinct advantages. You benefit from working with experienced investors. You can track all the investment statistics online. Your workload is minimized without sacrificing profit, and it doesn't cost a fortune to buy in. While crowdfunding is an attractive option, you should still do your research. Make sure the company you invest with is legitimate and a good fit. Here are two of our favorite crowdfunded real estate investment platforms. Realty Mogul is one of the largest crowdfunding companies and offers well-vetted properties, residential and commercial offerings, $1,000 minimum investment, and REIT offerings designed for passive income growth. Fundrise is another great crowdfunding company and offers access to accredited and non-accredited investors, low 1% annual management fee, $1,000 minimum investment, and a mix of residential and commercial offerings. 5. Understand the risks. You have to understand the risks before making your investment. One of the key risks involved is buying a property and losing value due to a poor housing market. Bad markets, bad timing, maintenance, lost time, and things totally out of your control are all risks involved with real estate investing. Knowing the risks and doing your research will help you avoid or handle losses to your investment. 6. Tax implications. Understanding the tax implications of your investment is crucial. Property classification, location, and how a property is used are all factored into your applicable taxes. The last thing you want to spend your earnings on are taxes. So while researching properties, go through the existing tax schedules and get a clear picture of the varying tax rates. And always speak to a tax professional if you have any questions. Real estate can be a lucrative investment, but you need to make informed decisions and take consistent action. Remember to do your research, have sound investment plan, and find the investment property that is most comfortable for you and your financial situation. To get some helpful tips on jumpstarting your real estate investment fortune, visit thecollegeinvestor.com today.